Starting recording.
I've become NATO in that I never close my tabs anymore because I have a desktop.
Horrible people.
I know, it's the worst. I hate it. I have a video up of this dude doing impressions of every male character in Overwatch for like 4 weeks now because I'm so impressed by it.
Man, you know what's great?
What's great?
Is that you've taken on this habit after I abandoned the habit.
Oh, God damn it.
Amanda, there's a favorites option. Use it.
Am I that dedicated to this video?
Apparently you are.
However, had to abandon that particular habit out of necessity because
crashing your damn computer.
As it turns out,
it's bad.
As it turns out, no, if I just have a ton of tabs open, that's fine. If I have a ton of tabs open and I try and run Mass Effect Andromeda, my computer is just like, what in the fuck are you trying to do?
Here, I'm sending everyone the link just so and I'm closing out of it. There we go. Oh shit.
Or like Conan Exiles. Like basically, my computer has finally caught up to games that require its power,
and it can't do it anymore.
It could do it if I just do that, but I can't multitask anymore. So I'm gonna have to get more RAM.
Get it. Get it done.
Which of course means that when I finally decide to get more RAM, I'm going to go fucking overboard and and just max it out.
I'm closing all of these tabs except the ones that are relevant right now. Right now.
You just see your computer audibly kind of going, oh. Oh, thank God.
Okay, so you guys are walking with Colin off to a location where you can reasonably watch the Grineer, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and possibly where people can ask questions. There seem to have been some questions.
I'm following this guy who seems like he knows things, even though we just saved his ass not 5 minutes ago.
Mm.
Yeah. He's, as you guys are walking, he's just like, you guys are walking. You finally got back into the city, and as you're walking, he's just like, well, we could walk and talk. I'm sorry, I got plenty of questions for me.
What?
Yeah, that.
That's a tougher one to answer. What?
Why had that girl taken you hostage? Why was she piloting a Warframe I have never seen before in my fucking life?
Who are you? Why do you have a sword?
That too.
Colin Lamarda.
He is a Tenno, to be sure.
To be sure.
Yes, I have seen him before. In passing, at least.
I wield the sword because it was given to me. And I'm good at it. And finally, you wanted to know a little bit about Ariane.
Do you know what she's doing here?
She had me caught up in that web. She wanted me out of the way.
She also seemed to think you were her boyfriend or something.
Aye, well. He shrugged his shoulders.
You're acting remarkably loose for a guy who, for all we know, is about to have his insides liquefied and sucked out.
He shakes his head a little.
Did we get a thank you? I don't remember if we got a thank you.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't get a thank you.
He stops at that point. He turns. I'm terribly sorry. Aye, yeah, you deserve one. Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're very much welcome.
Welcome.
No, I really am sorry. That was terribly rude of me.
Well, politeness goes a long way in this universe.
In between all the murder.
You think if the Grenier just started saying thank you, everything would be fixed?
We were rather preoccupied.
Trinity Strega walks over to Ober and Feark, just kind of like looks at him with her head tilted to the side, and like kind of like pokes at his chest, and he puffs out his chest and puts his hands on his hips.
Oh my god, the Warframes are flirting.
And kind of like tilts his head up away from her.
Oh no, shut down.
And Colin is just like,
Might be posing heroically.
"Oh, Baron, be nice. She's a lady. Treat a lady better than that."
Is she? What does it mean to be a lady? In the distant post-apocalyptic space future.
Colin shrugs his shoulders. Just sort of holdovers from the Orokin era. But, okay. On to the question at hand. I was in Orion's way. Didn't realize it, but I was. See, this here is a ley line. A pure piece of earth. One of the last ones. The entity I serve, Lady Sylvana, she can reach out over here from the Silver Grove. Myself, Baron, Titania over there. We're all with what she calls the Silver Emissaries.
Yeah, not mean to cut your flow, but may have accidentally had a word with Miss Sylvana.
Ah, well, that makes a bit of the explaining a little easier, doesn't it?
Not really. I talked to a psychic tree. It took a lot to get my head around. Like I get you guys. You help her. She seems cool, untainted wildlife in a world which has had the Grenier dipping its big mutated nuts all over it for the last couple of decades. That's all
Alright.
cool. What are rogues?
That's the tougher one to answer. That's Ariane.
So
People
the
like
rogues, the rogues are to know as well.
Aye. I was a rogue once.
You were.
Right, I'll take a step back at that.
Don't worry. I left them. Didn't like their way of doing things.
Ariane said she was woken by someone named the General.
I heard of him. Didn't meet him in person. I was recruited. I was like you.
So you were trained with the Orokin then.
Aye.
That's what I thought.
Ariane told me her plan. It's a big, intricate, elaborate thing. This place, this particular ley line, it caught the attention of Sargus Rook, a Grenier general. Fancies himself some sort of archaeologist. Likes collecting Orokin relics.
Yeah, we've had a few run-ins with that guy before. Kind of casually looks over at Excalibur.
Excalibur looks as if he is not paying attention. Just like looking
It's-
at all the shit to be seen.
It's okay. Titania doesn't appear to be paying attention either.
Cool, I fit right in with the other Warframes. They'll never know.
Ooh, butterflies at Shank. Oh god, why?
Titania is doing a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm probably focused on her.
None
Because
of which,
I don't understand this conversation. Like,
none of which deal with security or getting places in a timely manner. A lot of it involves climbing on things, getting into high places,
yeah, I'm just watching like, whoo.
picking up rocks, looking
Wow,
at
look
them
at that.
intently, throwing them in overrun.
I'm hanging out with the cool Warframes.
I mean, you could ask some questions. You had a few questions.
You guys don't even know what's happening, so I'm just letting you soak in all the information, and then you're gonna dumb it down for me later.
True, but you had a question about the weird thing Curie did.
It's true.
I feel like that's something that I could ask when the plot has been more thoroughly explained to you guys.
Colin elaborates here. Sargus Rook was going to be paying a personal visit here. Much to my surprise. I just thought he was going to be sending his lackeys. But by me and the other emissaries fighting him off, pushing him back, doing a real number on him, General Rook was going to abandon the place. Call to wash. Ariane, however, wanted his head. She wanted to lure him here. Keep me away for long enough. Keep Titania, Lady Servana's influence. Build up the string up those webs. Capture anything that the Baron will be bringing in for an assist.
So if our ideas are aligned and we both want Rook gone, then why the hell did she try and kill us?
A fair question.
You said she's crazy, right?
Aye, she is. But
Yes.
let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When you're done with Rook, what's she gonna do?
We still have a list of rogue warframes from the corpus. We intend to track them down.
You found a couple of them, but
Indeed.
no.
They seem busy though. So she looks at Titania and Oberon. I cannot help feel that they might be more affected accompanied by Tenno.
Titania, man, when we're here, right above the ley line, Titania's fine. And the Baron, even without me, even without the steady flow of void energy, he still commands the wildlife like a king.
So they are capable of fighting on their own?
Aye, Titania, so long as they're above a ley line, Lady Sylvana has enough of her own void energy to power her.
I see.
But it was an important question I was asking, though. Sorry if I didn't play it up enough. After Rook, after you kill him, what do you plan on doing with his holdings?
With his-
General Sargus Rook is effectively the governor of all of Saturn's satellites.
It's not generally our place to decide how hierarchy changes.
And that is where you're not aligned. Ariane didn't just plan to kill him.
She plans
To take over the Saturn colonies.
that.
No. Wait. We're not here to take anything over, not colonies.
Right, but he's saying Ariane it was.
But no.
Ariane was not trained with us.
We don't, Tenno, don't do that.
She's not a Tenno. Not truly.
There are rogues that would disagree with you.
Ariane isn't well.
Aye. She's not. But there you go. There's your introduction to the rogues.
Are there more rogues like her? Ones that were awoken from a stasis slumber that
Aye,
never recovered from the Zaraman 10.
there are. Not a lot. The majority of them are recruited. Ones who heard the Lotus' speech, Natah's speech, thought that a load of crack.
So, wait, when you say recruited, because weren't we all put in stasis? Weren't we all kind of processed in one big go?
Aye.
Then who the hell do you recruit? But as far as I know, they've never been able to duplicate the process.
Oh, there's you. There's people waking up new to know. When the time comes. You had Raven. Who do you think woke me up?
Yeah.
Not everyone trusts Natah after everything that happened.
I suppose that makes sense.
Subjugating people ain't my way. That's why I split from the rogues. That's a group that looks at what we have, the immense power at our fingertips, and says, why do we need to limit ourselves to some sense of balance?
Well, I mean, you can use it to take what we want.
Aye.
So that we don't repeat past mistakes.
Well, there's your answer. And why you never succumbed to the idea. Mine's a little simpler.
No slaves.
No slaves.
Even more frames.
Aye.
I
I know.
don't view them as slaves.
I know a
Yeah.
Baron doesn't think that way. We've been linked long enough. But it's just a feeling I can't shake. Not after I saw what the Tsar was up to.
The Tsar?
Self-styled pirate. Calls himself the Tsar.
And this guy's, what, like the ringleader or
Of the rogues?
the
No.
rogues?
No, that's the general. The Tsar, like I said, self-styled pirate. This way is on Earth. Exact location, I don't know. He has a tendency to take prisoners.
He wants to recruit people, not kill them. At least immediately.
Impressing would be a finer word, I think. That's where I saw his recruitment campaigns way up there. He motions up to the sky. Worked with his self-styled pirate crew, impressing ships that they were taking. No. Just felt wrong.
Can't blame you. This is all... It's not the fucking point. Why is it you can give someone the power to just make things better and help people, and they find ways to bend it to their own fucking self-interest?
I don't know. Human nature.
Fuck human nature.
What humanity we got left in us anyhow.
That's why we obey a code now. That's why we seek to preserve a balance, not institute ourselves as the rulers of the galaxy.
Aye. Gods love you for it. But wish I could say I was closer in line with that. But my goals are simpler. I defend. I protect. That's all.
Can't fault you if you wanted to protect this place.
It's beautiful, ain't it? Some of the only untainted land, all of Earth.
It's
Try the
funny.
fruit. Just pick one.
I was kind of thinking if I could maybe take a basket back.
Aye, by all means.
It's weird though, just coming through here, seeing all of this. I know it's not home, but it feels like it.
It's what home used to be.
Weird kind of way, yeah.
Maybe it's what home can be someday.
I guess that's worth fighting for.
You guys reach a hill. The emotions for you guys to follow, and climb up the hill. And he motions for you guys to follow him into one of the nearby buildings, and kneels down in front of a series of windows that all has a pretty good overlook of the collapsed skyscraper. That's what the Grenier have. They used to have more of the city. Enough hit and run tactics, enough sabotages. Emissaries and I managed to take care of most of their locations. Unfortunately, they were that spread that they had. They pulled it back into one concentrated force.
Yeah,
A little much for
they have
Anya, Baron, and I to take.
they have a very strong defense. It will be very difficult to break through with brute force.
Aye. No. And it's not without help.
Well, that's what we're here for.
That makes 6 of us, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the four of us plus the emissaries.
So long as the combat stays within the ley lines, Titania has power. So long as the combat stays near the forest, Oberon has power.
Okay. Is there any way for us to see where the ley lines flow, or
Just follow the poison. If it ain't poisoned, the ley line's there.
okay.
So we should focus on alluring the Grenier to points where Oberon and Titania can fight.
Or enough of them, anyhow. Myself and the emissaries, we can take our fair chunk. Titania can fight in the city. Oberon can fight near the woods. I can fight just about anywhere, just so long as I don't have to deal with too many ranged units. I've got the sword. Don't have a gun.
Mate, you need moving. You need mobile cover. Just get behind me. I'll make you a window.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, I suppose these guys aren't really going to have any better time than any other to hit them, provided they're not. Have they been just defending since you hit them last, or have they been still trying to find places?
It's been about a week. Can't really say. Ariane had me tied up there for a while.
Yeah, fair play.
They're
And I went
patrolling, but their patrols seem pretty tight. I scouted the area before we rescued you.
Appreciate that.
My concern is that there's a limit. There will be a limit to how much we lure them out. If they lose 1 or 2 patrols, they may just hole up.
You have nothing else. I can take some. Baron can take some. Titania can take some. That should certainly weaken their forces, especially if it's simultaneous.
Do they have anything like a reactor in their infrastructure we can destroy to effectively render them?
I was thinking the same
defenseless?
thing. This whole place is crumbling. If they're holed up in one of these old structures, just a couple knocks on the side, they'll all come down on them.
At the very least, we'll want to destroy the helipad so that there is no easy way for them to receive reinforcements. Doesn't do us any good to drive this group off if they just land another army.
Speaking of, everyone give me a notice roll.
Speaking of, there's another army.
As
Oh,
you
Warframe.
notice something in the sky.
2 6s.
3 2s.
2 7s.
Okay. Okay. Let's oh, sorry, I totally narrated Trinity doing things. I totally forgot that you were piloting her.
That's okay. It's reasonable to assume that Kirei could have stepped out for now as she's
Probably make it more comfortable to talk to Colin, right?
a little bit, and so it's possible that she just stepped out for now and is essentially anchoring through Loki for the moment, even though he's not very mobile.
So here's what you guys get. You all notice a ship coming in from orbit. It's a small drop ship. And instantly you activate scanners or super space future binoculars.
Yep.
And look to the helipad in the distance, and to see the drop ship. It lowers until it lowers until it lands, with mini Grenier all around it. They all get into line of formation, and you see a man come out, flanked by a Warframe and a heavy Grenier unit clad in full armor. The man appears to be in full red and rust-colored armor that is incredibly thick. At least half of it probably is cybernetic. Like his limbs are all cybernetic. It looks like he has some kind of large pack on his back, and clearly a flamethrower attached to one of his, replacing one of his arms. His face is not exposed except for his mouth, which is burned and scarred up in a permanent sneer. And a Warframe next to him appears to be Ember, a curvaceous female Warframe who has sort of a helmet with a design on it that looks kind of like a crest or a mohawk. And she walks by his side. Those of you who got 7s and up, which was everyone but
Great, weirdly enough.
I only got 3 2s, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually only got 2 6s.
Yanto, you immediately recognize this as General Sargus Ruck.
Mother fucking seriously. All right.
Is that who I think it is?
That's Ruck. That is Ruck with an Ember Warframe walking right beside him, not killing him.
The rumors are true. How is this possible?
Fuck possibility. We need to fucking take this guy down.
Oh, this has just officially gotten my goat. Ember. How?
We'll figure out the how once we've knocked his head off his frigging shoulders and put that Ember in a... Oh, I don't know. The Grenier being near a Warframe like that and not being dead is bad enough, let alone having one as an ally.
look, but this just became 10 times more complicated.
You are correct. It was going to be hard enough without their presence. We fighting Sargus Rook and presumably an Ember Warframe as well will seriously complicate this mission.
If not make it impossible.
Go ahead and give me a outthink if you'd like.
Sure. Two 3s.
Nothing.
As you guys are observing this for a little while, you observe Sargus Rook. He basically meets with several Grenier, talks with them, demotes one of them, and goes basically to claim a part of the fortress for himself. The Ember coming along with him the whole time. With your outthink rolls there, Yanto and Kirei. You puzzle over this for a little bit before you realize as much. You could do this one of 2 ways, possibly, unless other ideas come to mind. But there are 2 possible ways to go about this. One is going after Ruck himself, and possibly causing his forces to disband out of fear. The other would be to force Ruck to retreat by defeating his forces before he is able to do anything meaningful on the battlefield.
Right. Basically, if we hit and run and deplete his forces enough, he'll get spooked and leave.
Or you can go after Sargus Ruck yourself. So those are the things that you get.
A lot of a modest challenge versus 2 of a major challenge. Am I understanding this right?
We can
Ye-
assume it will be more than 2. It would be extremely fortunate. It would be impossibly fortunate for us to get him and Ember alone. But if he has a small honor guard, it is perhaps more possible for us to take out him and whatever personal guard he has. And liberate Ember.
I mean, it's a fair point. No matter how we do this, it's not going to be easy, and we definitely can't do this trying to take both on at once.
I would argue that it is more risky to take on Rook, but if we force him to retreat, we will not be able to recover Ember.
Yeah. I mean, better to get the Warframe out of his hands rather than just, well, waste a bunch of Grenier mooks.
Also, if we take on him, isn't that more of a guarantee that he won't be back?
Eh. Let me put it this way. The amount of confirmed kills that had to be corrected on Rook, you give up after the first couple of pages. The guy is a fucking cockroach.
I mean here specifically.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, we pound his ass hard enough. He'll leave.
Yeah. More importantly, assassinating a Grenier general here, or even forcing him to retreat, will likely cause them to pull back their forces and rethink their strategy here.
Well, I'm on board at this point, no matter what. Either way, I kind of have to. I'm outgunned if it's just me and the emissaries.
I mean, I might have an idea that might help us get the element of surprise. Although it's kind of, well, it's kind of over the top.
Well, I guess one thing that I should say before we get into it, something to keep in mind.
Mhm.
If liberating Ember is a goal of yours, whether you force Rook to retreat here or not, he's carrying her around like a prize. If you manage to track him down after this, you probably still have your chance.
I suppose that's true.
Just something to keep in mind.
No, that's fair. I mean, they love their prizes, their trophies.
But he's right here, right now. Why don't we go for it right here, right now?
I know. I'm not denying.
not
it's
saying-
a good
I'm not-
opportunity.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if you think we have a better chance with his army other than him and Ember together.
Let me see. It depends on... We certainly have a better chance of defeating his army than defeating forces with him personally involved. However, him being here offers a unique chance. It's unlikely we'll find a target as important as him in an outpost as comparatively lightly defended as this again. It's a rare opportunity. There's a reason that they wouldn't have sent him out here if they thought they were facing heavy resistance.
While this is going on, Rhino's just going to kind of sidle over to Excalibur. I'm just going to nudge him. Hey.
What?
I got an idea.
Yeah.
But it's kind of dumb.
Color me surprised.
Okay, first of all, go fuck yourself. Second of all, you see those buildings?
Yeah.
How hard do you think it'd be to knock one of those over?
Not hard at all. I've been thinking about it for the past 20 minutes.
Oh, fuck yes.
a little like low 5.
Just discreet fist bump. Sounds much as a group. Yeah, that's right. What?
Titania walks over and does and like kind of does like the fist bump motion, but like into your side, because she doesn't quite understand what you just did, but it looked like a thing, so she does that.
It was such a fun thing, man. Titania, why aren't you getting in on this?
So she does that into Excalibur's side.
Wait, are Warframes ticklish? These are the real questions.
They're you got metal suits.
Someone mail the developers.
Warframe's ticklish.
Oh no,
Warframe's ticklish.
that's opening up a can of worms I don't think they want to open.
Are you sure?
It's probably been opened already, let's be honest. This is Warframe, the game of fetish bots.
The game of just lovingly sculpted asses.
And I play Overwatch.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and MT were just discussing the possibility that if we want to, like, throw a wild card into this equation and definitely distract people while we go after damn Amanda, and definitely want to kind of throw a wrench into the works. I mean, how hard could it be to drop a building on those guys? I mean, Colin, I'm assuming you're not that attached to the architecture around here.
I'm sure it's already probably been scavenged and picked apart, yeah?
Yeah.
Just
It's
crumbling
flimsy.
concrete?
Just
And ass flat.
That is not. Is that right? Wow.
all I would ask is that you be mindful.
I'm not gonna go.
Undergrounds, tunnels. It's the bulk of what makes up this ley line.
I mean, dude, you get final say over what we knock over, if we knock over anything at all. I just wanted to put that on the table as an idea.
But once it comes down, no one has any say in where it's landing.
Oh no, it's a complete crapshoot. But I'm just putting it out there.
If we could get it on or even near the Grenier base and make it seem like it was not an intentional act, it may throw them into disarray if they believe it was just because these buildings are old.
Natural erosion.
I don't know if that's possible, but it could give us an opportunity if it flushes them out.
It's a good plan.
I say we take a vote, though. Do we want to focus our attention on the main forces here and attempt to force Rukin to retreat, or do you want to focus on him himself and attempt to take him out or force him to retreat personally and reclaim Ember?
Well, all those in favor of taking out Rook directly, say aye.
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 Kiri will look to Colin.
Apologies. I was listening quite intently to someone's plan to kill Rook and replace him as a leader of the Saturn colonies. It's not my place to suggest how you should do things, but it doesn't have my vote.
So all those against?
Aye. No hard feelings, though.
No.
If we're going after Rook,
Shrug.
I'll be outvoted. I listen to the vote.
What if there's another option. It may be the riskiest yet.
I think I know what you're about to say.
The main problem with attacking the forces is there's no guarantee Rook himself won't reinforce them before we've depleted them enough. However, if we can flush out him and Trinity, or wait until they leave the compound, and make a hit and run to grab Ember, and make a hit and run to grab Ember, there's a good chance that Rook and his personal forces will attempt to reclaim his trophy. That would give the remaining a chance to attack the compound.
So you're suggesting eventually splitting up. Some of us will be attacking the compound. Others dealing with Rook.
But
Yes, not with the goal of defeating him, but with the goal of getting Ember and keeping Rook distracted. If you can grab Ember, lead him through a chase through the forest, then Titania and Oberon could likely... They could probably keep him... They could probably hinder him enough that an outright fight isn't likely.
I feel like there's something that we're all kind of missing. We don't actually know what happened to the spider.
That is also true.
If we lead him in the forest and she wants his head, shrug.
She may attack him. This is true.
But then it becomes his problem, not ours.
The other issue is that whatever she may think her plan is, the Grineer don't function over a he who kills the other person claims their stuff mentality. Killing Sargus Rook does not give her governorship over his system.
I like the plan of leading him into the forest and then seeing what happens.
Why does your plot have to sound like a slasher movie? Why don't we just lead him down to a weird old cabin in the woods?
If there's a convenient one, that would not be a terrible idea.
I like, you guys have just got like an inbuilt immunity to goddamn sarcasm, don't you?
Well, there's I can tell you right now, there's one way to lure Rook out.
Oh?
Man fancies himself a creature of honor. You call him out for a fight, he'll fight you.
And he'll keep his main forces at bay to make it a sporting fight.
Aye.
Sounds like a real asshole.
If he
This
is,
guy, this guy's history. He used to idolize the Tenno. I don't know if you realize that.
no, I have not researched him very thoroughly.
The Tenno turned on him at Lotus's command. So that's a bit of a grudge. All things considered, Sargus Rock might be the closest thing you have to a level-headed Grineer. Man likes his archaeology, likes collecting stuff, likes digging for things.
So killing him may not be a wise idea. He'll likely be replaced by someone worse.
Be it Arion or someone else.
Noted.
But if it does come to it, and killing him is a choice you make. Either way, like I said, we're sort of a sore thumb for him. He used to idolize us. He used to trust us before we turned on him. You call him out, oh, he'll fight you. He'll do it for free. He'll do it for glory. He'll do it for honor.
Well, he'd do it for the vine.
What?
It's a possibility if we fight him and we can get him to put Ember on the line. There's a lot of risk in that, though, and certainly he will ask for at least something as great in return if we lose. Possibly our lives. Possibly he will take our warframes or us captive ourselves.
I'm not liking the amount of ifs and maybes in that kind of idea. I mean, no way in hell am I putting my warframe on the line. Well, I mean, no more than I do on a regular basis. What with the whole older people trying to kill me, you get a general idea.
That idea would all come down to what kind of engagement we could arrange with him. I don't think any one of us could take him on one-on-one, but it is possible that 4 of us against him and 3 of his men stand a chance.
Kerry, if you think he's really going to play fair, you've got another thing coming.
I don't know. It is Colin who believes that.
Maybe it's just wishful thinking.
It's I'm merely trying to figure out what plan gives us the best chance of both driving the Grineer away and recovering Ember. Granted, if we can only choose one of them, driving the Grineer away takes precedence. We'll have another chance to recover Ember.
Personally, I think you're on the number. We find some way to at least smash and grab Ember, get her away, and if that draws out Ruck, we use that as an opportunity to hit the rest of the garrison hard. If the opportunity doesn't arise, at the very least, we've separated him from a warframe, which could do unimaginable amounts of damage.
The biggest problem with that plan is grabbing Ember itself. If something has been done with her that will cause her to fight on their side, she will need to be stunned or subdued before anyone can make away with her. Though we do have an advantage for that.
She will gesture towards the Lanka.
A well-placed shot with the Lanka's stun setting.
Well, I suppose that'll work.
The biggest problem is that Loki is damaged, and I believe he would have been our quickest frame. I believe that would make the next quickest Titania, most likely.
Well, yeah, but she's limited by the ley lines.
Right, which means we would need to lure Rook and Ember into a ley line. Stun Ember, have Titania grab her, and then lead them on a chase where Titania and Oberon can keep them at bay, while the others attack the compound. It's very risky. If they reinforce any one side with too many people, our side likely fails. But it may hold the best chance for us accomplishing both objectives.
All right, well, I can get behind that. But
Well, next one then. How do we lure Rook himself out deeper into the city?
He's an archaeologist. We give him something to find.
And how are we planning on alerting him to it?
That may be tougher.
I think I can think of something. Yeah.
It could be. They know there's at least some resistance out there. They caught a little bit of wind of me when I was patrolling, though I don't believe they saw me. If we can lure them away, make them think they're chasing a lone operative and lead them to the discovery or nearby, their patrol will likely discover it while searching for the intruder, and in turn, if they believe that it's one lone intruder, Rook will likely risk going and looking at it if he believes it's worthwhile. The question is, is there something around that would catch his interest enough?
To be honest, the city is pretty picked clean. Apologies.
What if I just let him out?
What?
Let
Are
who
you-
out?
What if you were trying to get him away, right? What if I just did that?
Get who away? What?
Rook, what if I what if I did it? What if I was the distraction?
What, you mean like you pulled donuts in his front yard and drove away flipping him off?
I could probably outrun him.
The problem is, it needs to be something that will draw Rook out himself. If we simply make a disturbance, they may.
I mean,
they'll
I
just
know
send
his
in
name.
forces.
According to Colin, that's enough.
She challenges him to a fight. I'm sure I'll take it. You don't have to win.
I just have to survive.
oh man, there is no way we can plan for this in any way that we can actually work out what will happen.
At this point, we're just talking around in circles, so we might as well do something. And
Right,
I'll do it.
First plan, best plan. Fuck him up.
So what are you gonna go with? You gonna fight Rook?
Call Rook a bitch and call him out. In the meantime, I'll be working out how to punch a building over.
Yes, good. I like that plan.
You will know when my signal. You will know my signal. Because it will be a fucking skyscraper falling over. I don't know what the signal will mean necessarily, but I know it will be a signal.
Well then. Shall we?
Now's as good a time as any, I guess.
Do we go in for like a team high five, or he puts his hand in?
Titania puts her hand in
I'll
eagerly.
put my head in. Just because we're pros.
Colin puts his hand in.
Do you all just look at Kirei?
Oberon is being too tsundere to put his hand in.
Very well.
Kirei will put her hand in.
Baron. Oh, Baron. He puts his hand in.
This is so thick. This is like a good 1.5 foot thick high five sandwich. This is
Big
like
hands.
It needs like an olive and a cocktail stick through the middle of it.
God,
Except-
no, please.
except for Colin and Kirei, who are currently both not in Warframes.
Yeah. Trinity seems rather excited to do this. She doesn't know what it means.
Trinity
She
puts her
seems-
hand on someone's head.
Yeah, basically.
Pat.
She puts a hand on Kirei's head.
Kirei, of course, doesn't react to this in any way.
Titania then puts a hand on Kirei's head too.
You see Kirei twitch slightly.
Uber
think-
decides that Uber
guys-
decides he's done with this shit and withdraws his hand.
That's it. We're all fucking dogs. Team plan, go thing. Fuck. God damn it.
I do not. It is of all the things that are fuzzy in my memory. I do not recall Warframes being this silly.
Welcome to the real world. It is supremely disappointing. Let's go fucking punch some Grenier. Yeah.
All right. So what is step one? Is step one call Rook out?
I'm assuming step one is get into position.
Well, yes. After you're in position. Because that's easy. You just get closer.
We take 2 steps forward. We're in position.
Nice.
Yeah, I will be right back before we start this. Actually,
I do want to kind of take Colin aside for a second.
Sure.
Hey,
What's up?
I don't know anything. I don't know if you picked up on that.
I kind of did.
I have no memories of anything. But the one thing I do know is before I woke up, I heard the words, "Don't trust the Lotus." Do you have any idea what that might mean for me?
No. Can't say I do. Apologize. That does sound like a bit of a roguish thing to say.
That's why I was thinking about it.
There are more rogues. More of them that were a little more involved than me. They might know a little better. I apologize. I wasn't as helpful as I would liked.
It's okay. Thanks. Pat.
But it's worth keeping in mind. Okay?
Mm.
I know. One calling herself Lotus means well.
Never met her. Shrug.
But what I said earlier was serious. We worked with Sargus Rook. He idolized us, respected us. We stabbed him in the back because she wanted us to. That was one of the last straws for me. Don't get me wrong, I can respect these other two. We're following the Lotus. There's something to be said to loyalty. But I have a bit of a difficulty being loyal to that, you know?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, apparently I wanted this, so
But have to disappoint yourself.
I hope so too.
And he will head off to meet with the others after giving you a cheerful smile.
Thumbs up.
Hey, MT, you're flirting with the Irish kid.
Am I?
I don't know, are you?
Am I?
Were you?
Was I?
I mean, if you were, I appreciate it, but
Yeah? Do you like this? Motions to Excalibur.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, right?
a little big and meaty for my taste. I must
Thank
say.
you.
All right, well, I've made this awkward enough. Mind your my worker is done. Do.
Okay, so I believe somebody's
Jojo
gonna get
posing.
position to wreck a goddamn building. Kirei, what is your intention here? Oh no, is that actually a B or a B, if I remember correctly? Okay. What do you want the emissaries to be doing, you guys?
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, I guess first then, what is Kirei doing position wise?
Kirei is
Because
So we didn't really
Yanto is going to break a building real bad.
so what is okay, here's the thing. Everybody just went, well, let's do something, and we didn't really decide what exactly we're doing. What are we mainly accomplishing?
From what I gathered, MT is going to lure Sargus Ruck out
Yes.
by calling him by calling him a nasty name.
And also, I hope luring him into the wooded area where Titania and Oberon can help.
or Oberon can. Titania actually that exceeds her ley line.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Titania's useful in the city, Oberon's useful in the forest, basically.
Yes, basically.
Because from what you were saying, the ley line runs under the city.
Whereas Oberon's power of commanding the animals is more useful in the woods. So MT is going to lure out Sargus Ruck by challenging him to a fight. Ianto is going to work on breaking one of the other skyscrapers and trying to drop that on the already broken skyscraper. That leaves you to do something. I believe MT was going to get Oberon to basically assist ultimately in distracting Sargus Ruck. And then you have Colin and Titania as well as resources.
May I make a suggestion? I believe we should lure Sargus Ruck into the city, not the forest, because luring the guy with the flamethrower into the forest sounds like a recipe for a bad time.
But then he's also stuck in the flaming forest. Like,
Yeah, but guess who's wearing fire-resistant stuff?
yeah,
I'll give you a
right.
hint. It's
City
the guy
it
with
is.
the flamethrower.
City it is. City. It is.
Also, we maybe don't want to burn down the stuff we're trying to protect.
Plus, that means you've got extra buildings to drop on him.
So, okay, in that case, MT is going to lure him into the city. I assume you're going to get Titania to assist you in that battle.
Yes.
Yeah, what I want Titania's role to be is to help. Okay, so here's the idea I have then. We're gonna call Rook out. We're gonna call Rook out. We're gonna drop a building on the base. would it be possible instead to call Rook out and then drop a building separating him from his forces?
That's what I assumed was happening.
Yeah.
Okay, because then so we call Rook out, drop a building separating from his forces, then we can take on Rook, Ember, and Rook's personal guard. And in the meantime, I would say Kirei will ask Colin and if he and Oberon believe that they can sufficiently keep the Grineer forces like razzed, basically. It hinder them into getting to Rook's aid if they figure out what's happening. Like, can he? Like,
We can.
You don't have to take a great amount of risks or do a ton of damage. If you can feint a larger scale attack than using Oberon, then there actually is. It will keep them on the defensive until we finish dealing with Rook and Ember.
We can be a distraction for you, but just don't take too long. Baron and I are partners, but we know each other's limits.
Right. Retreat if you feel you must. Just let us know, since that will mean we'll be out of time. If we can't wound Rook enough to deter him in that time, we'll need to think of another plan. Likely attempting to disrupt his forces before he can recover with them, or reunite with them.
All right. Baron and I will position ourselves in the woods. I take it Dark Hughes is a building fallen.
Yes. Titania.
She looks over at you. She looks over at you. She's currently she's currently arranging rocks in a weird pattern. Just kind of sitting on the ground, almost board-like.
Well, fairy circles.
Titania, would you be able to pick up another Warframe while in flight and fly off with it?
She walks over to you, tilts her head a little bit, picks you up.
Yes, I mean a Warframe, though I believe they are quite a bit heavier than me.
Kirei is not a very bulky person.
She hands you to Trinity Strega, who holds you bridal style.
I feel like there's been a great deal of subtext in the way these Warframes have been interacting with me.
No, but she doesn't actually say that.
Don't know what you're talking about, Tate's picture.
So does Titania proceed to pick up Trinity then?
She while Trinity is still holding you, because she doesn't know what's going on entirely. She was just handed a Kirei.
Yep.
You all see a brief flash of light, and a feeling of almost like suction, as if there's a burst of wind pulling in on Titania. And in a flash, she is tiny. She is about the size of she's about the size of a Warframe's forearm.
The noise coming out of Rhino right now can only be heard by dogs.
She then you see her wings then are used for fluttering. And she proceeds to flutter over to Trinity Strega, who is currently holding Kirei, and grabs her by the collar, by the back of her collar, and struggles trying to pull her up. And it does nothing.
Yes, I see that this is not going to work very well.
She keeps trying, though.
It is fine. Just
smaller,
your abilities. Aid us however you are
what
able.
appears to be small metal butterflies with razor sharp wings start coming out of the woodwork and swirl around Trinity Strega. So begin straining, trying to pick her up.
Kirei has become a Disney princess.
Surrounded
And
by other princesses.
eventually, Titania lets go, flutters back, and then waves her hand at Trinity Strega in a way that causes a sudden burst of weightlessness as you both begin floating up.
Oh, perhaps this will work after all. Maybe.
Uncontrolled.
Maybe not.
Trinity hits the ceiling.
Um,
You both are just kind of hanging up there on the ceiling.
Is she still holding on to Kirei?
Yeah. Titania puts her hands on her hips, proud. There's like a sort of like almost like a pinkish glow around you guys while this spell seems to be active.
How?
Yep. Kirei is definitely appears to be a Disney princess right now.
What?
Trinity struggles to right herself. It's just not working out.
Then I guess we'll have you run interference, help keep Ember or any other forces Rook brings with him occupied.
She undoes the spell. You both come crashing down.
Yeah, Kirei just kind of lays on the floor for a minute, assuming Trinity let go, or does Trinity?
No, you land on Trinity. Trinity was still holding you the whole time.
Apologies.
She will get off of Trinity. Not that her weight is probably much of an impedance to Trinity.
Trinity goes to poke Titania in an indignant way, but Titania is small. She keeps just trying to poke her, but Titania keeps moving around.
Have you ever tried to punch a bird?
Bird fight. Punch her out of the air.
Okay, so she will turn to Colin and Oberon and say,
remember, if either of you get injured, I will be piloting Trinity, so if you make it to me, I should be able to help you recover.
Appreciate it. Oberon, let's go. And Oberon gives a firm nod, and they both take off. So just leaving MT and Kirei, as Yanto is off to find a good building to try to.
Give us the signal. Give us the sign.
I'm a pick a fight with a fucking, I don't know, block of condos.
Kirei is going to find a good perch because she is going to primarily be using the Lenka in an attempt to stun Ember. And also, she doesn't really. Only one of her powers really relies on her to be anywhere near something. So,
I'll say that Yanto is able to find a good, mostly intact, tall condos that he might be able to ruin in the right direction. You have anything explosive on you?
It's
Is it-
personality.
I
Is it your fists?
I have exploding fists.
Okay. Okay. I'll be calling for that here soon enough.
Sweet.
And then the next step there is MT. You have to go brazenly approach this base and call Sargus Rock a pussy.
Yep, I volunteered for this.
You certainly did.
I certainly did.
So what are you gonna do?
Is there like a hilltop or something within his the line of sight that I could stand on top
That's where you were.
of? Okay, so
You
closer.
you could approach though.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just fucking walk up until someone notices me.
Yeah. So the Excalibur Warframe just approaches their rear base until several Gunnir all point their guns. Do you stop walking at that point?
No, we're gonna keep going.
They shout something at you. And one calls something in. And assuming you just keep going, eventually, before any guns are fired, you actually hear commotion. Several Grineer that are posted out front of this base are pushed out of the way of General Sargus Rock. Ember is with him. She is walking. She is walking by his side, keeping pace with him at all times. He shoves several Grineer out of the way, and then stands and stares at you, and slams his foot down.
So it was true. Tenno, in this find should have known.
You want me? Come get me.
Is this a challenge, Tenno? What trickery have you up your metal sleeve?
Just me and you. Or is that too much for you?
He takes another step forward.
Tenno scavengers, always full of tricks.
Not me. What I want is to wipe your ugly face off of this planet.
Go ahead and give me a deceit roll. give me a lie check to convince him that no tricks.
Let's see, what's lie?
Face.
Face? Connive. That is
Connive,
it.
yes.
That's it. Okay. I'm mostly just trying to be fucking confident because I have no confidence in myself. What's 2 4s?
Okay.
Then a Tenno who wants to die. I remember what you did, lizard.
I'm curious, is everyone else hearing this over the comms?
What did I do?
Yeah, I'll say everyone can be here sometimes.
Yeah, because you had to legit just go, lizard? The fuck?
That's a weird insult.
I remember your betrayal.
Did he get, like, dumped by a lizard? I am fucking confused.
Seek together the Orokin. Trust the Tenno. I will show you trust in your ashes.
And he's going to ignite his flamethrower.
Cool. I'm gonna I'm gonna split actions between dodge. I'm just gonna try to pop him one just to really make him angry and try to get him to chase me.
Okay. All right. So what is your brace still think?
My brains plus outthink.
Yeah.
That's 5.
5. Okay. All right. So you're going to split actions between dodge and trying to shoot him.
Yes, I am.
All right. Go ahead. He is he's going to shoot you with the arm cannon.
Yes, I figured. I should use relationship because I've never used those before. Who would be most applicable? It's probably my focus though, right? I changed my focus. Let's do it.
Okay.
Is this weird enough to use my weird relationship?
Yeah.
Cool. 2 10s and nothing else. So I'm gonna use that for dodge, and then if I miss the shot, whatever.
So 2 10s for dodge?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You leap out of the way of a errant shot of a grenade launcher. That's fire that basically fires narrowly missing you and exploding behind you as he takes several more steps forward, practically running at this point. Ember goes to follow, but he holds out a hand as if to command her to wait. And then at this point, Yanto. Because I believe the next part is knocking down a building.
Yep, Operation Punch a Condo.
All right, go ahead and roll. Try for width.
All right. Wicked Fast won't count towards that. It has to be gnarly. Do we count for width? Right. And I will use my relationship with MT because we were on the same building dropping wavelength.
I'm really gonna think this is impressive.
4x2.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Oh man. Okay, so in a flash, a nearby condo is rocked with a flurry of punches and just flurry of blows. Causing a kick-up of debris and dust before finally something explodes. And then another explosion, and then another, causing Sargas Ruck's attention to move towards this nearby building, just in time for dust and debris to suddenly fill the street as the building collapses, encasing the Grenier fortress in dust and confusion. You hear Sargas Ruck.
Should have known. Should have expected. No shred of honor.
You're the one holed up in this abandoned shithole.
And then I believe it comes to Kirei. What was Kirei going to be doing? Or is Kirei waiting?
Yeah, she's a bit stymied because her plan was to try and take on Ember, but Ember didn't. He told even Ember to stay back.
Well, he's about to undo that.
All right. Well, he's already made. Darn, because what I was gonna do is if Ember was back, she was actually gonna give MT the offer if she wanted to actually make this a duel. If we actually got him literally alone, while the rest of them deal with forces and change the plan on the fly. But it seems like he's already not trusting with his escape being cut off. So, what do you guys think? Should I shoot him or wait for Ember to show up?
Should wait for Ember because there's no way I'm going to take on both of them.
I mean, I'll still, if Ember shows up, I'll still be here. Like, Ember is coming. If he calls Ember, Ember's coming here.
Well,
I'll take the shot. Kirei
Okay.
will make a tactical decision and take a shot at Rook.
Okay. At this point, as well, Titania, Oberon, and Colin are going to be starting their tactic.
Right.
Of Colin and Oberon are going to be they're unseen here as they are far in the back behind this building, giving the Grenier hell.
Right.
And what was Titania doing in this plan again?
Titania is going to keep any personal reinforcements of Rook's
Okay.
head.
So basically,
to keep them distracted.
she is going to be fluttering about throughout the debris field, keeping any reinforcements from reaching Rook. Ember's still too close. You can't necessarily get to her to keep her from getting in, but she is going to be able to thwart any reinforcements coming in from the fortress.
That's fine.
So
we actually want Ember to get here anyway. So
you're going to take your shot. I'm giving you a free shot since you basically have a. He didn't realize you were there.
Right. Yeah, she's set up.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Alrighty. So, is it assumed that she also took aim? Though I'm taking a shot with something that doesn't have charging. Like she basically was set up already. So
you get an extra die.
Cool. Man, that's a lot of sets. I would rather do a wide set, but 2x8 with Wicked Fast 4 and Gnarly.
2x8 Wicked Fast 4 Gnarly. All right. You shoot him right in the cheek. Right in the exposed cheek, causing him to roar in pure rage.
I don't want to hear talk of honor from one who poisons worlds.
Now, go up to the top with MT. He's angry. He's really angry.
Yeah, he's angry. Well, I'm gonna keep doing my split action thing of dodge and shoot because every time I dodge, I try to draw him out a little farther. So
Okay.
it's basically run and shoot.
That's legit. Let me pull up Ember.
Also, is Yanto going to join us, or is Yanto going to go push more buildings over onto Grenier?
Depends how much fun he'll have.
I will say Ember will be joining the fight this time.
All right.
So, Yanto, what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, no one sounds like they're in particular danger at the moment, do they?
The battle with Sargas Rock is just beginning.
No, that's fair enough.
Also, remember, I guess we don't want to ruin the city too much lest we harm the ley line underneath.
Yeah. Damn it! It's not the thing anyone wants him to do, but it's the thing he would do. Yeah, Rhino's going to just capitalize on the fact that there's a lot of chaos and confusion, and he's going to try and hit the Grenier enforcements from behind.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to be in a separate battle then, actually. Okay. Yeah, you're going to get a free action on them. So you're going to get a free action on them, so go ahead and get an extra die. But they will be reacting next round.
Fair
Kirei.
enough.
Yep.
Assume you already declared your action.
Not this round.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, Rook declares after me, huh?
Yes, he does.
As does Ember.
Yeah, she declares with him.
All right. Assuming she knows that Ember is going to arrive, she's going to shoot a stun shot at Ember.
Okay. Sargas Rook is going to he is going to he's going to split actions to fire 2 explosive shots, one at Excalibur and one in the distance where he was shot. Ember is going to leap in and launch a fireball at Excalibur. So everyone roll your dice.
No, I was going to say I was actually going to split actions if that was all right.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Going to activate Iron Skin, and I'm also going to stomp.
Ooh, okay.
So sweet would account for Iron Skin, but not for stomp, I think.
I mean, if it's part of the same location, it will affect.
I mean,
Yeah, but
if
Sweet's
Stomp's an
non-combat.
attack, yeah. If
But
Stomp's
it's a
an
threat.
Attack,
I'll tell you right now.
Oh yeah, it'll affect it for threats.
Yeah.
That's because threats are affected by useful. So.
Yep. Threats are affected by useful, so you can use those on them.
All right. Look at this. Lump in. Gotta be Legend of Clem. God damn it. Well, I got something at the very least.
All right, everyone put your results in the chat. Okay.
If that's enough dodge.
Why 4 fast 2 and shoot 2 by 1 gnarly 1. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
At least you're dodging. I just have to hope he only rolls 1 set.
So what happens is while Rhino charges in and summons void energy all around it, hardening the metal around his skin, or metal around his metal. A sudden shot is taken at Ember from afar, throwing her off balance. throwing her off balance before she's able to leap in and throw a fireball. And then immediately after, and also while MT leaps out of the way of a grenade. Leaps out of the way of an oncoming grenade and takes a pot shot at Sargus Ruck that plinks off of his body armor.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
He sneers at you, and then you may shift. You may shift 3 damage from 3 damage to your 7. You may shift 3 damage to 7. To any location. However, it also damages the adjacent location too. They are both also now on fire.
It's that fucking sword again. I don't suppose I healed the 2D from when I took the hit with the spider, huh?
No.
Right, I'm taking it all to the blade.
Which is a shame because that's your damage dealer.
I got all these other guns. It should be okay.
You are Excalibur. Use your goddamn sword.
It's fine.
Another is fired. Another grenade is fired into the distance, hitting the base of the rooftop where Trinity sits and exploding. Take another 3 damage adjacent location.
Sorry, you roboted there. What was that? Take what?
Take 3 damage Trinity's body.
Oh,
An adjacent location.
Or I am one of the two. Take 3 damage to Trinity's body and an adjacent location. Damn, everything's hitting me in the body in the movie parts. That's really bad.
I'm sorry. Ask the grenade to shoot in more convenient places.
Fortunately, it's explosive and it's one of the few things that doesn't have burn.
Yeah, but it damaged her sniper, right? It damaged her body and her sniper rifle, which are the 2 things she was using.
So, comes back up to the top. MT, what you gonna do?
All right. He's pissed.
He's real mad.
He's real mad. I wonder if the javelin would do anything.
You could hit both Ember and him at the same time.
Yeah, you know what? That might be best. Since I'm pretty bad at dodging and shooting, I'm going to instead dodge and javelin.
Okay. All right. So then, Yanto. They are going to turn and blind fire at you.
Oh no, whatever shall I do? So I have temporary tough +3
Yes.
on all my locations. And I'm assuming, does that get reduced by the amount of damage I take, or does that just reduce every time I take a hit?
That reduces every time you take a hit.
Ooh, nice. Right.
Yeah.
In which case, what have I got around here that might be entertaining? By entertaining, I mean horrifying. You know what? Fuck it. Gracketer. Yeah, I really don't have enough of. I don't really don't. Yeah, Gracketer. Solid.
I'll tell you right now. Area does well.
Area does well.
Stomp.
I know. I've got Stomp as well. I fucked up Stomp. Actually, no. To be fair, that's because I was splitting actions. All right, fair enough. I'll Stomp again. This time I'll actually put my foot into it.
Okay. Then Kirei.
Yep. The first thing Curie does is, as she's moving, like, obviously her sniper perch just got ruined, so
Mhm.
she's getting on the comms and going, change of plans. Rook is too heavily armed and armored for us to take him on with a small group. The rest of you group up and hit the Grenier forces as hard as you can.
Way ahead of you.
MT and I will attempt to stall Rook and Ember as long as we can. So Yanto is ahead of you, but she wants. It's mostly to let Colin and Oberon know that if possible, well, Oberon has to remain in the forest, but if possible, Colin and Trinity should meet up with Yanto and hit the Grenier forces.
I mean, to be fair, Yanto opens his
Or
comms to
Colin
kind of go.
and Titania, rather.
Yanto opens his comms to say, "Yeah," but all you hear is heavy ammunition fire.
Hi, well, I'm already on this one. Did you hear the slashing of a blade and heavy arms fired as well? Baron's taking on one taking on one of these groups at the moment. I got some grunts.
All right. All right. The mission's on. We will stall as long as we can, but the mission's largely on the four of you now. And Trinity will split actions between. She will link herself with Rook,
Good plan.
and she will also create a well of life upon him.
Okay. All right. Both are good plans. Sargus Rook is going to he is going to that seemed to work out previously. He's going to split actions, firing one at Trinity and one at Excalibur. And Ember is going to well, actually, because that's stunned, she is going to dash in and attempt to lay a wicked punch down upon Trinity.
Oh, okay.
Because her fire heart has been stunned. She cannot use fireballs.
You stole her heart away.
That is a good thing to have stunned.
Doki doki.
Look, apparently I am just the lady killer in this game.
You are just gonna have a whole army of ladies.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, everyone roll your dice.
Oh, she'll do.
Okay, let me do some bookkeeping here. Okay. So Rhino stomps onto the grounds, erupting debris everywhere, and sending Grenier flying into the air, where they pause just long enough for Rhino to dispatch them, taking out 5 of this group of 10, right, just right out of the gate, before they could even get a shot off. Excalibur dodges low from a grenade, which flies past him, exploding in a nearby building. Pulls a javelin of light out from behind his back and slams it into the ground, causing Sargus Ruck to be stabbed straight down through the face. Are they going to be stabbed straight down through the face?
He keeps taking these face hits.
And also causing Ember to be impaled several places near the center of her chest and across the armor. This happens. That was 2 by 8. Okay, so that happens roughly at the same time. However, that Ember had leapt forward and punched Trinity, striking her. Striking her. I really should probably have these. Striking her in the hip and the hidden gadgets, dealing 1 die of damage.
It does prevent the link from going off, though. She only gets the energy vampire off.
Yeah. The well of life, you mean?
Or yeah, the well of life, rather. Yes.
The link happens, however, as at the very end of it,
but the well of life is the whole higher one.
You reach a hand out as if you're grabbing onto Sargus Ruck from afar, and then cause a link between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Comes up to the top of the rounds. MT.
Oh, Ruckhead is set broken.
Ruck missed.
Nice. Hooray. Luck.
MT dodged.
Nice. Good job, MT. You're going strong.
What you gonna do?
You know what? The javelin worked really well. We're gonna keep up with this. Although there's something that's just nagging at the back of my mind. Does he really know me, or is he just throwing out insults?
He may be addressing the Tenno
as a whole. Yeah,
not you specifically.
I know, but
he may have specifically encountered someone using Excalibur before. But was that you?
Didn't we establish that that's weird?
Yeah, Excalibur is incredibly rare.
Yeah, but we don't know that's what he means. It would be very odd if it was you.
Yep, it would be super odd.
You betrayed him.
It's just nagging.
That would be interesting. Did the Tenno really betray Rook? That's a good point.
I will fill this city with your ash.
You're going to have to hit me first.
Yeah. You're going to javelin him again, I assume.
With a dodge in there because
Okay.
he is going to try to hit me.
Yanto, these guys are they're gonna try again to strike you. What are you gonna do? Luke?
Oh, hey, sorry, just everyone went silent simultaneously, and I thought my internet dropped out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, what are you going to do? These Grenier, these frontline Grenier are going to try and fire upon you again.
They didn't even get a fucking shot on me last time.
Well, they're going to try.
They're gonna get shot in the face. We're using the updated version of Spray, aren't we? Where you just spam multiple sets on the same target.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm taking on
You're taking on a
threat.
threat.
I'm taking it, so I might as well. In which case, yeah, I'll use Grakata.
Okay. All right. Kirei.
Kirei is going to drain energy from Ember and bless herself and Excalibur.
Okay. Okay. Sargus Ruck and Ember are both going to simultaneously set the world on fire.
Oh, that's
Okay.
bad. I'm glad I got Link off.
Okay. Everybody roll.
Oh, when I needed it, it came. You fucking beauty.
Oh no, what happens?
What happened?
Amanda's happy about something.
Rolling 8 and 9 dice, and I haven't hit a 3-wit set yet.
It's okay.
So let me tell you how this happens. I go to dodge, and there's fire. I go to dodge the other way, and there's fire. I go to double back, and there's more fire. Here's my roll: 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Oh no!
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
I am caught in hell very quickly and suddenly.
Okay, so the first thing that happened here. Take that one is take 3 damage to Excalibur's main body.
Okay.
Roll 2 area dice. And take a die of damage to those locations. Excalibur's main body is now on fire.
Okay, so 2 and on fire.
As Ember lights the world on fire.
Area.
Trinity rolls 2 area dice and takes those in damage. Roll 1, roll 2, and then just kind of give me 1. That one goes to Sargus Ruck.
Okay. Oh, they both targeted Excalibur with the main attack, huh?
Ember targeted Excalibur with that one. Ruck targeted you.
Okay.
Quick question. I rolled the area dice. How much damage goes on those areas?
1.
1. Okay.
So I take 1 more damage to the main body, and I take 1 damage to the Furus. Furus catches a little bit on fire, and then I get, and one of that damage hits Rook in. I guess I assume the location I linked on him. It doesn't matter what I roll, right? It goes to his.
Yeah.
four.
What location did you link again? That was 2x4, so it goes to the 4. Okay.
So all damage I take is going to go. That all damage that is negated by Link will go directly to his 4.
Yeah.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Okay. This is. You have one more round of Link on that, on the arm cannon. And remind me mechanically what Energy Vampire does again for you.
What Energy Vampire does is gives width in dice give width in dice temporarily to nearby allies.
Okay, so you and Excalibur both have 2 extra dice for your next round.
Mm-hmm.
And you also heal 2 dice. You also heal 2 dice to the 5s to you and Excalibur, or is it 1 or 2? Forget it.
It's width.
With okay, yeah. Then you heal 2 dice to the 5s, to both you and Excalibur. That heals up if that's currently full.
Yes. So the Furus is instantly repaired, and Trinity's gadgets come back online.
Elsewhere in the debris cloud, Rhino takes his Ricotta and rapidly guns down the rest of the Grenier that he was dealing with. And leaving a massive hole taken out of their forces. And finally, Sargus Ruck. Lights the world on fire as well. Dealing a die of damage to Trinity's. I believe what was that location called again? To her healing presence.
Okay.
Then roll another area die.
All right.
Your healing presence is on fire.
Area die hits gadgets.
Okay. Yeah, your healing presence. You're on fire in a way that makes you seem much less capable as a healer. As it is fire, you're rapidly unable to put out. Yeah. So finally, at the top of this round here, Sargus Ruck gets a message. As the world around you is burning, and you hear him to say,
There were more. Decimated. I call a retreat. Fall back into the woods. I'll join you shortly.
and he is going to call his forces away from the city. He himself and Ember are going to attempt to escape.
You know, we'll try this. Trinity will attempt a stun shot at Ember to prevent her from leaving.
Okay.
That's that's as best as she can hope to. They can't take Rook, but if they can maybe one last shot to attempt to recover Ember.
Yes, you
Let's
feel
see.
pain, Mando. It does hurt.
The scream that emits can be heard from space.
Yeah. What are you in MT? Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to
Scream?
put yourself out?
Yeah, you put yourself out.
Do that.
All right, you'll be doing that this round. Okay. Go ahead and is Yanto doing anything?
Yanto heard MT scream out in incredible pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yanto's heading over to kick Rock's head off.
All right. So you're gonna give him one last shot.
Kirei will call over her headset, by the way. The Grenier forces are retreating.
Do I sound like I give a fuck?
Fall back. We can't take him.
Yanto's going after him.
Okay. I will not call for you to roll an attack because he's retreating, so you can bite it. You can basically bite a die off of him.
Nice.
And I'll say the same for Ember with MT's attack. However, what I'll do for not MT, Kirei, I'll call for Kirei to make a notice roll here real quick.
Sure, before I roll for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to call for you to roll. You're gonna bite a die off of her.
Oh, okay. Well, because I'm trying to stun Ember and prevent her escape, though.
Well, no, she's taking the escape maneuver where
she just okay.
Where she flees, but you get a chance to take to bite a die off of her. However, right. I'm possibly going to give you a thing.
2/8 to notice.
Okay. You notice as she is intending to retreat, there is a pine cone shaped metal device jammed in her spine.
She's going to make sure her visuals basically take a snapshot of that.
And in fact, if you want, that can be what you take off of her.
Shoot it.
Yes, she shifts her aim and shoots that and attempts to overload it with electricity. With the electricity of the longest sniper.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot her square in the spine, causing that to explode, and chunks of it come flying off. She stumbles, stutters, and falls limply to the ground. Sargas Ruck grabs her up by the waist, throws her over his shoulder, and fires several grenades off behind him to cover his escape. What happens to him there, Rhino?
Good.
How do you ram him?
He probably doesn't even. He probably he knows he can't. He knows he probably can't catch up with Ruck, so he has his Furex on one arm and just slings it at him.
Okay.
Just hurls an exploding fist at him.
All right. It explodes on his side, causing him to stumble and stop for a second.
We will meet again, traitorous Tenno.
Rana would just use his free hand to flip him off.
As he escapes. I guess I can probably give you his stats so you can choose what you take off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume that you're just going to take the controller off of Ember.
Yes, obviously she is not going to put it on herself, but hopefully that's not a thing they can easily reproduce.
Yeah. So if you want, you can add a die to any part of your Warframe.
Cool. Let's add it to the main part since that keeps taking damage.
Because you'll be able to.
I like how I can take exposed mouth, external screaming.
Why would you want to, though?
I know, it's just a hilarious idea.
Yeah, they retreat, and quickly, soon enough, the Grenier leave this city. All fires are put out. Damage, however, still remains sustained. Colin, Titania, and Oberon eventually rejoin you guys.
I assume that for the sake of game, Trinity can't just be healing everybody up.
Yeah. You're doing that in battle.
Yeah.
You can do that in battle, but not out of battle.
Yeah, I know. It's just we're gonna need some time off before the next mission. Just saying. Because but the bodies of
Don't
both
gotta
of
tell me
Kira's
twice.
warframes took a beating. Kira will kind of think, and she's been trained to handle pain, and hopefully she's taking the brunt of it for Trinity. But sort of like she can think at Trinity and see if she's okay. She hope as the person mostly in control, she's also taking most of the pain.
You're taking the brunt of the pain. When you relinquish control, Trinity is probably going to collapse.
She's still got dice left, so she's not completely out, but yeah.
Yeah, but collapse in the respect that she's going to drop to the ground and not want to move for a while. Yeah, and you guys all rejoin.
Do I, though? I was just set on fire. This is just very uncomfortable. I think I take a second to smolder.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying
On the
this
ground.
is
MT, are you all right?
Yeah.
Still in there. Good.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I forget that even though you are skilled, you have not had our training and are not used to dealing with the pain.
Colin obviously has some cuts and bruises on him. A gunshot here and there.
Yeah, Kirei will step out of Trinity for the. Well, first she's going to she will help MT, and they need to get to. The Grenadier may be retreating, but she still wants them to be at least in a little cover in case they send a scouting party.
Of course.
Rook, in case Rook's like, hey, send a strike team to go hit those Tenno that I fucked up pretty bad.
Yeah, if you guys want to get out of your frame, then Rhino will happily pick up Trinity and carry them off somewhere.
Yeah, sounds good. You guys can get behind cover, get into a nearby larger building into the lobby and bar yourself up. Colin's just like, well, that was. I don't think fun is exactly the word I'm gonna use, but exciting at least. I only got shot twice.
Is everyone else all right? Bullet wounds notwithstanding? MT, you look kind of, crispy.
We were set a little on fire.
Excalibur's probably just kind of hunched over, almost curled in on itself, but just a slow and pained thumbs up.
I'm not really sure what to do for her.
I mean, would getting out of the frame help?
I can't. Already rolled transference, didn't roll anything.
Oh, crap.
Perhaps we should train you a little more before our next mission.
God damn.
What y'all just did was incredibly ballsy and brave, and we owe you.
Wow, you didn't say stupid. I appreciate that on a level I didn't realize.
Stupid.
Then I'll say it. That was very stupid of all of us.
It was my choice. That's fine.
Oh man, we have got to get you, like, not entirely sure what the medical equivalent would be, like a bucket of Savlon.
There might be some things that we can scavenge for salve, especially in the tunnels.
Once the Grenier have retreated, we should make sure that we demolish their base so they cannot simply come back and reoccupy it.
Aye. What can be done? I suppose, after all this is said and done now, you might be wanting to speak with Lady Savannah. She's going to want to voice her thanks too.
I suppose.
It should be fine. It's just a little weird to be talking to a tree.
If you think
Baron,
you
you
want
mind-
to speak with us.
Mind helping me with this one? And Oberon will pick him up. Appreciated.
Is there anything we can do for your wounds? Or have you already got that kind of taken care of?
I'll be fine.
If you say so, just
Give me a little time. And a moment to do some self-surgery. A little later, though.
look, dude. I can try and help you. Don't just start rooting around in yourself with a fucking twig. Look, hang on a second, and he'll actually pop out of his suit. Look, I can help you.
It is inefficient to attempt to treat your own wounds.
Fine. I'll take it.
All right, now I'm going to need to pull the bullets out first, which is going to suck, by the way, but I should be able to close the wounds out fairly easily.
Kirei will, assuming will pop out of Trinity, but then kind of kneel down next to her after she collapses and goes,
I'm sorry to put you through that, but thank you. I don't think we would have made it through that without you.
She puts a hand on your shoulder, even though she does collapse.
Right, may I roll hands plus blend to mend his wounds?
Do it!
Right.
What?
What did you say?
too late.
Too late?
They said do it.
Oh, do it. Okay. He just said it so suddenly. I was like, "Buzz."
No, I said do it.
Do
Right,
it.
2,
Okay.
5. And yeah, Space Mom.
Wait, do you have an out of combat healing power?
I have blend. I can blend matter back together.
Fuck. Nice.
Doesn't stop the pain, but does stop bleeding.
That's good. Yeah, you
And it's got
See,
awesome times 2, which is tremendously
ship
useful.
medic.
I'm not really the medic. I'm just the guy who kind of sticks bits back
Well,
together.
You're the field medic until whatever we have in our ship that helps puts us actually back together.
He has glue.
I am the flesh welder.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you're able to.
3 by 10.
Oh boy, nice. Yeah, you're able.
I wish I'd split actions because I could have done 3 by 10 and 3 by 3.
You heal his wounds pretty well. Colin just kind of like
it's it leaves noticeable like distortions in the flesh because it's not a perfect process, but it's like
yeah.
and just plugs the hole.
That's incredible.
Oh, that worked. Sorry, I've only ever done it on like metal.
That worked like a charm.
Huh. Hey, no worries, man. He's just kind of looking at his hands and grinning slightly. Yes! Fucking yes!
Adorable.
And he'll stand up, Just be like, well, shall we go speak with Lady Sylvana?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy to. MT, should we just kind of roll you? Or
I can walk. I'm good. I'm fine.
hang on a sec. Hang on a second. Ryan will carry you.
No, it's really.
And
She will. Kirei will turn to Titania and Oberon and go, please, or is he gonna get back in Rhino and carry Trinity? I guess
He's gonna get back inside and carry.
everyone will carry Trinity.
All right.
Oh,
He'll stop being Sundari just for long enough. And yeah, you guys head down into the sewers. In the sewer system, there is a much easier path that doesn't require jumping down a hole. Requires going down a flight of half collapsed stairs that leads underground into what appears to be kind of like a railway system of some kind. But a hole in a wall leads into the tunnels that you found the tree that you spoke with Lady Sylvana. It's about a half an hour trek, but finally, Colin takes you guys to that particular underground grove, and this beautiful tree spread out throughout, spread out underground, bathed in light from the holes in the street above. And all of you hear a voice in your head. It appears my emissaries have returned. And with assistance.
Kirei lets out a small gasp.
Is this transference?
Yes. As well as a mere Orokin can. I am no Tenno. This is my body now. These ley lines. These connections to the grove. What is your name? All of you.
I am Kirei Anor.
Ryan will just kind of shake Excalibur.
Ah,
The tree is addressing you.
I don't have a name.
We have been referring to her as MT, but she does not recall who she is.
I see. And I believe Yanto already introduced himself.
But the tree's very forgetful.
Sup, magic tree.
Old friends.
Branch bump.
You have freed my emissaries. And you have saved this ley line. For that, you have my unending thanks.
Anyone would have done the same. This is Earth, and this is indisputably the last thing in the universe worth fighting for.
Perhaps, if that is what you feel worth fighting for. There are others out there, struggling, dying. You met her, didn't you? The rogue, Ariane.
Yes. I know her.
Tenno, what do you intend to do?
About her?
Her and those like her who would take power for themselves to dominate and conquer.
I would stop them. And any like her specifically, I would attempt to heal. I do not know if we can. They were put to sleep because even the Orokin couldn't. But I would try.
This is a wound. A long-standing Orokin scar that threatens the balance of the entire origin system.
An Orokin scar.
Trillions of lives.
This general, is he Orokin?
I know not. But I know there are others who follow him, others who claim and conquer. I bid you, Tenno, take with you my emissaries. Close this wound.
Are you certain you will not need them for your protection?
There's a long pause as you uh,
As the tree's like, oh, I didn't think about that.
Or maybe
no,
just
there's a long pause, especially as Colin is just kind of like was thinking the same exact thing.
and is
and-
surprised someone beat him to ask that.
Yeah. My needs do not outweigh the needs of trillions. If the rogues have their way, life in this system will hardly be worth living at all.
If it is your wish and theirs, we will take them.
She says, and then sort of glances at Yanto to make sure, he agrees.
Yeah, Yanto nod.
It's gonna get really crowded in the ship.
It is meant to hold for Tenno, though with more Warframes moving around, it may get a bit cramped at times, yes.
And Colin just kind of bows his head. If it is your wish, my lady, then your will be done. And he turns to the others. I know not who will ask him to bow, but my only stipulation for this arrangement. A baron is treated with respect and dignity. That is all.
She nods.
So you're saying I can't use him as a coat rack?
He gives you a very serious nod.
Excalibur's
As if,
just gonna like.
As if, like, there's like this certain extent to which, like, you know him being kind of jokey and jovial, but like at this point, like when he's actually asking you to respect his friends, like he's dead serious.
Excalibur sort of like taps Rhino on the chest with the knuckles. Like,
Well, I wasn't being. I can't. Oh, for God's sake! No, I was not even suggesting. Never mind.
I know you're joking. It's just a bit.
There is a time and place, Yanto.
Am I really now going to get a dressing down for inappropriate coat rack jokes? This is not how I expected this afternoon to end.
No, that could happen later. He gives you he finally grins a little bit.
Yeah. It could be your imagination, but the corner you might swear you see the corner of Kirei's mouth twitch.
Hint of a smile, hint at murderous rage. Little column A, little column B.
And Lady Sivana just says, "No, go, please, mend this wound." And Colin nods, takes several steps back, and wait for everyone to join him in leaving.
Yeah. Kirei nods and will turn to leave.
And let's see here. Titania, Titania will approach and take a knee in front of Rhino. And Oberon will approach and take a knee in front of Excalibur.
what's happening?
I think we just got propositioned. I think the polite thing to say would be yes. I kind of let Excalibur kind of back onto the floor.
Do you step out of Rhino?
Yeah. MT, is there any way that I can help MT transfer out of the frame?
I can do it. I can do it.
Come on.
We'll say if you focus hard enough at this point, you can.
Okay. Yes.
Fair enough.
All right.
And,
And yeah, Titania will hold out her hand as if she is like a lady requesting you help her stand.
Yeah. Yanto will take her hand very gently, and provided there's no resistance, he will attempt to transfer.
Okay. Yeah, there is no resistance. Go ahead and add this to your character sheet.
You can't see the smile on my face, but you know it's there.
Warframe.
And Ober and Fayark, standing in front of kneeling in front of NT. He stands and then extends a hand as if to shake yours.
I look to Colin because this feels weirdly personal.
You know, Colin's thought on the matter is so long as you respect him and respect his power.
Yeah, Colin doesn't like it being forced, but if it is their choice, he may not want to be the partner himself, but he will respect their choice if he wants a partner.
So if you are looking to him as if to ask his like thoughts or permission, he will say something.
Yeah.
You went toe to toe with Sargus Rook, just as if it was another Sunday. I think he respects that bravery.
Okay. I will take his hand.
All right. Go ahead and add this to your character sheet. And with you guys having been honored by the partnership of 2 more Warframes, and ready to depart this ley line, I'll call an end to the session.
I'm a girl now.
Yay!
I'm a bug girl.
What do you guys think?
Oh, that was cool.
It was a lot of
That was
fun. I felt pain.
I really like.
Everyone get an experience point. FYI.
Yay!
I really liked the Rook fight. It felt like if Yanto had been there too, we maybe could have taken the 2 of them. But it was like he was respectably powerful. Like he was like, oh, this dude is a serious opponent for even Tenno. Like,
Yeah, Lucas
just
sees his stats now.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You don't just casually. So, are you saying we're pretty lucky we came away as well as we did?
Yeah. Yeah. You also managed to hit him in the weak point a few times too, so that was good.
Yeah, my opening shot hit him in the face. I was pretty proud of
Not
that.
the face, not the face.
Yeah,
There's
like
a sniper shot right there.
yeah, his exposed mouth was interesting.
External screaming.
But which one is the internal screaming part?
That's all of them.
Okay.
Let's be honest here.
He only externally screams. Thank you guys for playing. I'm glad you all enjoyed.
Yeah.
So, what is the next adventure looking like?
I guess we're going to space for pirating.
Are you going to do piracy, or are you going to do something else?
Oh, this is
The next lead that we got was directly involved with the pirate.
that is the one we've received the most info about now.
Yeah, I was going to say that is probably the next biggest lead. If
Okay.
we want to start chasing up the lead for the rogues.
All right then.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Am I a rogue?
I don't know. Are you?
Am I?
I don't know. Are you? Do you feel yourself drawn to using your power to make things better?
Okay, that could be anybody.
This is the thing, like the rogues are not necessarily just not the original Tenno. The rogues are a particular mindset of people.
Yeah, according to what we've learned, they believe in more directly using their power. They believe that they should be in charge because they can
They-
use their power to make things better.
I
They-
don't know about you, but I have not shown any competence in being in charge so far.
From what I can feel, the rogues are like peace through conquest. Like they may still have fine motives in their end game, but they wish to do that by just subjugating everything under their rule.
That's a pretty good assertion.
The
Yeah.
rogue, a better good. I think a good one. I think a good analogy that probably everybody can appreciate is the rogues are the patriots to our military sans frontiers.
Okay.
Really, Metal Gear Solid references.
Okay.
We are a force that keeps the balance between the parties. They want to secretly control. They want to control everything. I wouldn't have made it if it wasn't actually apt.
It's more that I just have a long-standing dislike for the Metal Gear franchise. But
Oh no!
It's perfectly understandable.
It's too dumb.
That's the beauty of
Those
it.
those are games that are really good independently.
Taken as a franchise, however.
Take it as a franchise, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I would argue that they are just dumb enough.
Yes.
Okay, so anyone have any final thoughts or comments or questions for I end the recording?
Yeah, like I say, one thing in the just literally just one thing, it would be when we were doing the planning, just a quick crack of the whip from the you would maybe speed it up a little bit, but apart from that, absolutely fine.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, it's been a while since I've GM'd regularly and dealt with a planning event.
Thank you for saying that in a regular voice.
It's been a while.
Oh, there it is.
I'm sorry.
Not really. Also, to be fair, I also apologize for that. Part of that is I'm playing a character that is very good at analyzing lots of options and very poor at actually making major decisions for herself.
I'm
so.
just gonna go yell at him.
You may have noticed that she didn't actually vote on a plan. She was everybody else
it's
did.
true.
She suggested another idea, but she didn't actually vote on a plan. She has
I'm just gonna go walk up and
determination
say, "Hey,
issues. She has
Hey,
determination issues.
Fuck, you're a bitch.
Which
some
is-
motherfucker hit
which
me!
is-
Oh God, you hit me!"
Which is not great when everyone else in the party plan is let's go punch him in the face and make him mad.
Sargus Ruck is a character I'm glad that I had a chance to use here, especially this early, because he is one of the few Grenier I actually feel for.
Really?
Because of his backstory. He was one of the only Grenier that was actually kind of legit. But he was introduced during a big event in the game, and ultimately you're required to betray him to complete the event.
Are you given a good reason to do so? Were you given a good reason to do so?
I don't remember, but it was something along the lines of, oh right, it was basically this morally gray thing where if you betray him, you give a lot of his territory to the Corpus. And the reason that it was done was so that the Grenier would have fewer holdings and that the system would be more balanced. Whereas it starts with an introduction to Sargus Rucka. He's actually really excited to work with the Tenno because you guys are going to go uncover some Orokin relics and do some archaeology, and he's fucking amped about that shit because that's his thing. So he's like one of the few Grenier that I go, oh man, the Tenno like actively dick this dude over. Like he has like a legitimate reason to be mad at you. That's why he's so scathing in the boss fight with him too.
He just needs like an Easter egg line, which is this belongs in a museum.
This belongs in a museum.
Basically, he's like a pyromaniac Indiana Jones.
I would watch that film.
Don't get me wrong, Sargus Ruck is out of his goddamn head, but
Oh no, like I would just love like a grindhouse reimagining of Indiana Jones, where it's just a fucking psychotic lunatic with a flamethrower burning Nazis and stealing
Our
relics.
hero.
yeah. All right, I'm going to end this recording now, though. Nonetheless, if there's no other questions or comments.
Now we're good. It is 3 in the morning. I'm going to black.